Hey you guys, what's going on everyone? Welcome to the channel, you guys. My name is Kiapa. Welcome back to my tribe. I hope y'all having a great day today, you guys. So, okay, fall is upon us, you guys. Let's just speak on that. And I'm in Jacksonville. And honestly, I'm in Jacksonville, Florida. And honestly, the weather has gotten cooler and better. I guess it's more like a spring weather. I really enjoy this time of year, but I'm kind of sad because that means summer is basically over and we're going into fall and winter. And yeah, so anyways, honestly though, the best part about this time of year for me is gardening, because in the springtime it goes into summer and then all my vegetables get ate up by like the bugs. But in the wintertime I plant winter vegetables and they do well because they basically go all the way into spring and then the bugs come back out and kill everything. So I do like this part of the year to plant. But anyways, y'all ain't here for that. Y'all be like, yeah, I don't want to talk about that. You want to talk about what this video about, and that's protecting your energy at all costs. Protect your energy at all costs. Don't be around here. Let me tell y'all something, what I'm learning. And it's a lesson, it's a hard lesson to learn, I should say, but it's a lesson that needed to be learned, and it is what it is. But I'm one of them people where like I just listen to people have, let them vent and stuff like that, or just I was entertaining people that I really should have been like distancing myself from as far as having a conversation. And what I'm learning is you have to put up boundaries, healthy boundaries, to protect your energy, you guys. Like if you have a friend that's always got some problems, every time he or she call you, they complaining about their baby daddy, their baby mama, their kids. Like, I almost said something else, but dog, let me tell you, I don't got time. I want to hear. I got my own shit going on, like for real. But I'm that person where I answer the phone, and talk. But I don't stop answering my phone. I'm not calling people. If I want to talk to, it's only a handful of people right now that I even really feel like talking to. And that's still kind of one of those, like, in the mood to talk to people. And it's not anybody. It's probably just me. It's not like nobody did anything particular for me to, like, not want to talk to them. But I'm going to start paying attention to some of the words that the people around me be using, like, they sentences. And it ain't everybody, but it is a particular person or a few people that I hear. And I'm just like, you want to be like, man, you tripping. Like, you on some other shit. Like, get your shit together. Like, what is you doing? But you can't tell people how to live their life, because they're going to do what they want to do. And if they want to live their life the way that they're living it, you have to let them. And I'm learning that to, like, keep my mouth closed, stay in my corner, and mind my own business. But when you letting people call you and they telling you about their problems, you absorbing their energy. And I ain't got time to absorb nobody else's energy, because I'm trying to deal with my own shit. Like, I don't got time to hear about your, like, people having these conversations about their baby daddy. And then, too, another thing you have to understand is if somebody will talk trash about their kids, about other people to you, then you can best believe they're going to talk about you at the moment they get a chance to. If you don't fall in line with the plan, they're going to talk about you. And so the best thing for you to do is, if you in this mindset, like kind of how I am right now, where not that I feel like I'm better than nobody, but I am trying to work on myself. I'm trying to do better things for myself. And because I'm trying to do these things, it requires me to just like be like, nah, I'm not entertaining you. I'm not entertaining your energy. I don't really care that if we continue like with a relationship, like actually not even care, like it doesn't benefit me none. So really we don't have no relationship as far as female or male go. Like, I'm just to the point now where with people, instead of getting mad, because I would have like try to I just had tongue tied, educate people. I would try to educate people on like situations, or just try to show them a better way or whatever. And sometimes you be telling people stuff, and in the back of their head, because they got their own shit going on, they got their own securities going on, they think you like taking shots at them. You know what I'm saying? So you can't even really be like in a great space sometimes and just talking and having a conversation, and then without them either thinking you trying to down them or you thinking you better than them, and you just be like, where in the hell? Like, I don't think I'm better than nobody. But if you aren't here, if you ain't trying to do better, then in that case, I guess I am better than you. But I'm trying to be the best version of myself that I can be. And that means that I'm not answering the phone for certain people. I'm not reaching out to certain people, because it's draining me. I don't have the time to be trying to like work you through or walk you through situations, calm you down, and then I still got a whole house and a whole life that I have to take care of over here. And a lot of times we do this. It's like homegirls with your, your girlfriend. You want to make sure she good because she having problems with the kids, or her man left, or whatever the case is. That's your business over there, boo. I ain't got time. Like, I'm over here trying to build an empire. So if we ain't talking about money, I don't want to talk about it. If we ain't talking about how to get a bag or how to get a building, a apartment complex or something, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about what such and such said on Facebook, what subliminal post somebody put on Facebook, or why this person commenting on my post, but y'all friends on Facebook. I'm confused. Like, you don't want people commenting on your post, but you accept their friend request, but you don't want them to say that because you feel like they whatever. So that's just that fake shit. Like, I'm not on that. Like, I'm not, if I feel like we ain't vibing, we ain't friends on social media. Like, I'm not playing that fake friend role with you. Now, there are some people that's on my social media pages, like on Facebook and Instagram, that I just don't know. And that's fine. But I'm not friends with people that I don't like. Like, if I ain't vibing with you, you can send as many friend requests as you want to. We ain't clicking. Like, I ain't accepting it. But for me, to me, it would be fake if I know I don't like you, I know I ain't rocking with you, but I accept your friend request just to be petty, just to be messy, just to see either what you got going on or to try to stunt on you. But why would that even matter? Like, I don't know, you guys. Like, and so lately I've been looking at my life like, when I tell you my circle just got like so small, but I ain't tripping off of it because I done basically prepared myself, not realizing that's what I was doing, but I pretty much prepared myself to be low-key, solo dolo with my son. And like, I'm cool with that. It's not that I don't like, it is certain people that I can have conversations with, but it's certain people that I grew up with or that I've been around for a long time. And when I have these conversations, I'm just like, damn, this is a low vibrational. This is not like, this ain't really beneficial to me. My energy is drained. I only been on the phone with you for 15 minutes. Like, and the thing is, some people don't know no better. Like, they really just don't be knowing better. And so it's your place, it's your business to put like some type of boundary in place. So these people won't be out here, absorbing your energy. You feeding them positive energy, and ain't nobody feeding you no energy. You just absorbing this negative ass conversation you just had with somebody that ain't trying to do better with their life. So you have to really put these things in place. And it ain't just one or two people that like, I ain't just speaking on one person. I'm saying in general. Like, if it's somebody, I don't care if you family or not. If I feel like you finna absorb my energy, honey, I can love you from all the way in Africa if I want to. I don't have to talk to you. I don't have to be involved with you. Like, and I'm also learning this too, because you'll be like trying to be successful in life and trying to do things, and your friends and your family, some of them won't even really like support you. You know what? Like, let's just say, I'll use myself for example. Like, I'll do hair, right? I do hair. Now, I used to do sorry guys, I used to do a lot more hair, but I don't really do hair like that no more. If I do, it's just from the clients that I get off of Google. But like, back in the day, my friends and family weren't really supporting me, like, talking about with no hair and nails, well, not nails, because I never do no nails, but they weren't supporting me like that. All of my clients was new people that I met on the streets, people that I went and found them from wherever, Craigslist, wherever I was doing business or like advertising that. That's how I found my customers and my clients. But like, your friends and family, they went and like, hey, can you do my hair? Now, it was a couple of times where like I did maybe one of my sisters' hair, but they went and client. I got 3 sisters, and honey, yeah, no. So my thing is, you have to get out here and you really have to be like independent, self-reliant, protecting yourself by any means necessary, by all means necessary, and just do you. Like, don't worry about it if you got something going on and your mama, your daddy and them don't come see it. Shoot, it's done been plenty of things that I done had. I remember going to boot camp, graduating from boot camp, you guys, in the division front, because I felt like that was an accomplishment, and nobody was at my graduation. Nobody came to my boot camp graduation, and it was that's just what it was. It's done been several times where I done had to basically just be like in my own shit, in my own lane, and not really depend on people. Now, the thing is, like, I guess I grew up in that, like, way a little bit because my parents were separated. Basically, I grew up like as the only child, and my mom got remarried and had 3 kids from her ex-husband. And so I was still very much like to myself, like I still felt alone, if that made any sense. So when I went to the Navy, it was kind of easy for me. I did miss being at home because I was, you know, that was my first time being away from home for a long period of time. But as far as like just like having family and friends that was just like super supportive, and I don't want it to seem like my family ain't all supportive, because that's not it. My grandmother is very supportive of me, and my aunts and my mom, you know, is. But the thing is, they can only be so supportive, I guess. My grandma died, and my aunts are older now and everything. And I'm older now, so this ain't, I'm not talking about now. But what I'm saying is, you have to basically put yourself in a position where you don't need the validation of other people. You don't need other people to, like, you know, make you feel like you're doing good, that good old pat on the back. You don't need that, because a lot of times you're not going to get that from people around you. And sometimes it's going to be people around you that's going to be jealous of you. You're not gonna know it. They're gonna be hating on you. You're not gonna know it. You're not gonna even know why. I'll never forget. I'm gonna tell y'all this story. I'll never forget. I was working at this barbershop salon, and one of the I was working right next to the barber, and I think I knew all the barbers in the shop. Well, I knew most of the barbers in the shop except for like a handful of them, and then it was some girls in them. And so the barber, I knew him from growing up, and he told me, me and him had kicked it. Not like on no serious stuff, but we grew up together. And in the midst of me growing up, I came home, and then we hung out for like a couple months or whatever. But in the whole process, he ended up telling me in the barbershop that he had slept with one of my friends. And this was one of my real good friends. And you know, she didn't tell me. She told me like 2 or 3 years later, after he had told me, and then had the nerve to ask me why I didn't tell her. He told me. And I was like, because you should have told me. But I didn't care. Like, I didn't care because me and him was more cool than like romantic. But the point was, he pointed out to me that my friends, who I think my friends, ain't my friends. And he was right. Like, it wasn't like I was mad at her or nothing like that for sleeping with him. But it was still more like, what you was hiding it from? Like, she knew I wasn't vibing with him like that. But the point was that she also knew that, you know, she had slept with him, and, you know, that's like it's supposed to be a code. Like, especially if you friends, it's supposed to be like off limits if you don't mess with like a dude or something. The dude should be off limits, especially when we grown. Like, if you in middle school, high school and all that, you know, that's different in school. But when you grown, and you got your friends out here that you like riding with, you be careful, because if your friend's showing like whole tendencies in front of you, she hoeing behind you too. Like, it ain't, and I ain't saying it's always like that, but if you got a friend that's a little loose, I'm just saying. And you do have to be careful with who you rocking with, because if your friend loose and you ain't, and you hang around her, everybody who see you with her gonna think you like she is. And the same thing for dudes. Like, if a chick see you with a dude that's like a fuckboy, you know, she gonna think you're a fuckboy. Like, that's just how it is. So they say birds of a feather flock together. And because that is a very true statement, I feel like now as an adult, like now that I'm like well into my adulthood, I ain't trying to be in the same flock with the people that's still doing the same shit that they was doing last year. I ain't trying to be involved with people that, sorry guys, that ain't really trying to either build a business, you know, like I ain't with that. And I also, let me tell you something else too. Let's just say I'm this type of person, you guys. If, let's just say you get pregnant and you want to have an abortion. Now, some of y'all gonna get mad about this, but I'm gonna say the shit. You should be on birth control instead of out here. Now, it's one thing I'm gonna say, if you got pregnant on birth control and you feel like you just came with this baby and you just want to go get the abortion. But a lot of y'all out here not using birth control like that. Y'all using abortions as birth control. And that's just like morally and ethically wrong to me. And so when you hanging around people and they not lining up with your morals and your ethics, you need to remove yourself from that. Because let's just say you get in a situation and you end up pregnant and you around people that's used to like going and getting their baby sucked up out of them. The first thing that come to your mind is, oh, I'll just do that. Not to say that that's gonna happen every time, but you'll be more open to the idea, even though, like, I'm not saying that y'all shouldn't be out. No, I am saying you shouldn't be out here having abortions like just for the hell of it, because that's just, it's wrong. Like, I worked in the operating room. I done did several abortions, and that's, to me, it is a little borderline on the ethical side. Like, some people don't do abortions in the OR and some people do. I feel like it's your choice. If you want to have an abortion, then great, we're going to give it to you the safest way possible. Because if we didn't allow people to have abortions in hospitals and clinics, they would be doing it in the back alley. So I'm not saying, like, what I'm saying is birth control, abortions is not birth control. And if you're hanging around people that's around here just like willy-nilly having abortions, if you get into a situation and you might be on the board on that on the line of like, do I have an abortion or do I not? But you call your homegirl that had like 4 of them, and she be like, bitch, I'll take you to the clinic, and then you go get this baby sucked out of you, and then 2 weeks later you around here depressed and sad and shit because you done let this baby, you done killed your baby or whatever, and you sitting here thinking about what the baby gonna look like and all of this stuff. Or maybe you don't. Maybe you could just completely disconnect from it. But I'm gonna tell you, a baby got a heartbeat at 8 weeks. A baby is fully developed at 8 weeks. So regardless of if you want to call it an embryo or not, if it's got a heartbeat, it's alive. Like, and when we suck it out, they do give you pills, and then if you can't pass it, then they'll go ahead and we'll just do a DSC and get it on out. But the thing is, like, my that doesn't line up with me. And I do have friends that have had multiple abortions, and I'll tell, like, I'm not the friend to call or talk to about this shit. I don't want to hear nothing about it, because you capable of getting your ass on birth control. And so now that I'm older, I realize I have to really put up boundaries, because that's, to me, offensive to the creator. So if that's offensive it's offending me, because who are you to just be out here taking lives? Like, you can't create a life without being blessed with that ability. So if you out here just taking people's lives, like, I don't know, y'all, that's a whole nother story. But my point of this video is to make sure that you out here protecting your energy at all costs, because you don't know who like got what going on. And if you out here entertaining people that aren't really vibrating on high levels, then you're going to have to you're going to have to go down to their level to even communicate. And who want to go down the level when it's so hard to come up? You know what I'm saying? So I'm just not having conversations with people, especially like ignorant, like people that have dumb ass conversations, and you be trying to educate them like, no, this ain't, what you're saying is incorrect. What you're saying, your facts are wrong. What you're saying, you sound dumb right now. If you got to say that to somebody, you don't need to have that conversation, because people get offensive when you try to correct them, especially when they think they know what they know. They smart enough to know, but they dumb enough to not know that they don't know. I think I'm saying it right. But it's one of them situations, and the older people get, the more that they think they know, and the more embedded their ignorance become if they not out here trying to do nothing to better themselves, and they get comfortable with just being at home, or going. Another thing too, like for me, if you one of my friends, I'm not saying everybody should have no business, but you damn sure should be trying to like better yourself. I do feel like all my friends should have businesses, because that's a safety net for you to retire. It's not me saying that like, oh, you need to be like me. It's like, you want to work for the rest of your life? You don't want to leave your kids something? Like, what's real? I don't understand it. Like, my brain I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? I just don't get it. I do understand too, like, some people they just need that job security and stuff like that, so I'm not tripping off that. But at the same time, you can have a job and a side hustle, so if something do go wrong while you at work, like if you end up pregnant and you want to take some time off, like, you got some other money coming in. Another thing I wanted to speak on is for like protecting your energy and watching out and making sure that you pay attention to who you hang around. Is your friends. I was watching this man, I think his name is Bob Proctor. I think it's Bob Proctor. But it was like, show me your friends, I'll show you your future. And what that means is, if whoever you hanging around, look at the people you hanging around. And if the people you hanging around ain't where you trying to be at, you need to get another crew. Because the thing is, that crew is like, maybe you met the group of people when you was younger, and you was in that space that they are all in. And sometimes people fall off because people end up going on their journey, and their journey leads them to different places. But you have to be careful who you hang around, because let's just say you trying to do better. Let's just say you an alcoholic and you hanging around your friends and they always drinking. You can't keep going around them. Like, you just, it's not a good idea for you to keep putting yourself in that situation. The same thing with smoking. If you smoking and you want to stop smoking, you got to stop hanging around the people you hanging around, because if you don't, you're gonna end up falling into temptation. So just change your circle up and then you good to go. It's not saying you got to be mean and nasty about it. You could just be like, you know, just fall off. Stop calling people. Stop answering phones. Like, hey, I'll talk to you another time. I'm busy right now. And just keep it pushing. But you definitely have to make sure that I feel like for myself, not you, but I feel like I have to make sure that I protect my energy at all costs. Like, if somebody in their lifestyle is doing stuff that don't line up with my lifestyle, or maybe I don't agree with the like their ethics or their morals and stuff, I'm just not dealing with it at all. And it's not, like I say, it's no shade to nobody. I'm not out here just pretending to be like this perfect person. But like I say, I am a work in progress. And my mind is telling me that it's a lot of people that I have been associating with that I should have been let go a long time ago on multiple occasions, because I know how these people are. Like, I know who I'm dealing with. And so I just wanted to come talk to you guys about that, because I was sitting here watching another video. I'm always watching videos, but I was watching the video, and the video was basically saying the same thing. It was just like, you can't be around here arguing with people. Like, when somebody try to argue with you and it's a dumb person, like it's a really stupid conversation, and you know the person is being ignorant, like you know that they don't know what they're talking about, just say okay and leave it alone. Because the moment you start arguing with them is the moment you have to drop your vibration down. And then you go down there with them, and then you down there in the slums with this low vibration. Sorry, I had to burp you guys. But that's all I wanted to talk to you guys today about. It's raining, and it's one of them days. So I wanted to just share that with you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.